your dream guitar for under 300 bucks? Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel, and yep, today we are checking out yet another new guitar from the IYV custom shop. And you know guys, one of the most common questions or requests that I get when I do a video on a custom shop IYV guitar is people asking me to do a step-by-step video on how to order a custom guitar from IYV out of Vietnam. So I will be covering that today, as well as talking to you about this guitar, and of course I'm gonna shred on it. But real quick guys, if you are not currently subscribed to me, the Bald Shredder, if you could just take a quick second to reach down and hit that subscribe button, that would be totally awesome. Now, you're probably thinking, this is my latest custom order from IYV, right? Especially by the looks at it and looking at what it's got on here and stuff. But no, you would be wrong. I did not order this guitar. I did not spec out this guitar at all. My friends over at IYV got a hold of me recently and they said, hey, we've got this custom guitar that we have and we'd like to send it to you so that you can do a video on it. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, of course, why not? So somebody else spec'd this out, but the funny thing is, it's almost as if I spec'd it out because it is so close to like everything that I would pick, everything that I would put on a guitar that I was ordering. I mean, everything from the body shape, 2 high output Alnico 5 humbuckers, 24 frets, the maple neck, the maple fretboard, and by the way, jumbo stainless steel frets, locking tuners, a real bone nut, and even the bridge. Even though my preferred bridge is a hardtail bridge, if a guitar is gonna have a whammy, this is pretty much my preferred floating whammy right here. And I'm talking about this 2-point Wilkinson bridge, which is very good. I really like this bridge. Now you can see over here we've got a volume and a tone, and then it's got the mini switch to split the coil. We've got the 3-way blade switch. Now of course, this has got a little bit of extra features here that if I was ordering this or speccing this out, I wouldn't have the tone knob and the mini switch. I never use that coil splitting stuff, even when a guitar has it. You know, I like that full humbucker. But nevertheless, this guitar has those features. And it's also got an alder body, which every time I order a custom guitar from IYV, that's the wood I always select. Alder. That is my wood of choice. And then we've got this connection point here with the neck and the body, like the corner all shaved away, very good upper fret access. This one does have the plate. If I was doing it, it wouldn't have a plate, but not a big difference. And check out the color on this, guys. Yeah, it's orange, and I like orange guitars. That's one of my favorite colors for guitars. But the interesting thing about this one, if you look really clously, it doesn't appear to be like a solid orange. I don't even really know how to describe it other than it sort of looks like a cloudy orange. I don't know what you call that. I don't know how they do that, but it looks really cool. I really like this finish. All right guys, I think it's time that I do a little playing on this guitar so we can see how it sounds, how it feels, all that stuff. I'm gonna play it, and then after that I'll come back and I'll tell you what I think are the steps that you should take to order a custom guitar from IYV. Let's go. Okay, well, what can we say about this custom guitar from IYV? Well, it plays fantastic. Am I surprised? Of course not, because I have a bunch of custom guitars from IYV. In fact, they just made me 3 more guitars that are probably gonna be delivered to my house this week. Now, guys, as far as you ordering a custom guitar from IYV, this is what I feel you should do, what anybody should do. First of all, you don't need to go to their website. There isn't anything on their website. There isn't any kind of like order form that you fill out from their website. I don't even know if their website has the correct email address. All you need is this email address right here. This is the email for Mr. Doe. He is the contact at IYV. He's the person that you talk to. He's the person that I talk to. He's the guy that you would send your specs to, talk about what you want. He's gonna let you know how much it costs. The whole thing goes through him. Now, before you go emailing Mr. Doe about a custom order from IYV, my advice is that you need to know exactly what you want. If you end up emailing him and you're just like, hey, I'm thinking about having a custom guitar made, like, how much is it gonna cost, dude? Well, he can't tell you how much it's gonna cost unless he's got the full list of specs, because that's how the price is determined. What kind of wood do you want? What kind of hardware is gonna be on it? How complicated is the finish? Is it a multi-scale? Just things like that. He needs to know exactly what's gonna go into the building of the guitar before he can give you a price quote. So my advice is to sit down on your computer, go into your picture folder, make a new folder, call it IYV Custom, then go on the internet and find a bunch of pictures of the stuff that's gonna show what you want on this guitar. The more pictures, the better, guys, because if they have something visual that they can look at as far as the shape of the body, the color that you want, the finish, whatever, a picture of the type of bridge you want, pictures of everything and anything that's gonna go into the guitar. The more of that you have, I think the less likely there are to be mistakes. Then, type out a list of all the specs that you want on this guitar from head to toe. I'm gonna tell you guys what I do every time before I send that email for the next custom order. I take a guitar, got my guitar stand here, I put it on a guitar stand. It doesn't matter which guitar. You just grab a guitar, you put it there in front of you, and I start from the top of the headstock. And I start going down the headstock. Okay, headstock shape. What's the headstock shape gonna be? What's the logo gonna be on the headstock? You can have them put IYV, or you can have them put your own logo. They won't put logos of other companies, so don't ask. What kind of tuners? Regular, locking, regular headstock, reverse headstock. Do I need string trees? Do I not need? Do I want the headstock straight? Do I want it leaning back? What about the nut? What kind of nut material? How wide do I want the nut? What kind of wood is the neck? What size frets? Medium, jumbo, stainless steel, not stainless steel? How thick do I want the neck at the 1st fret, at the 12th fret? How wide do I want the neck when it gets down to the last fret? You see where I'm going with this, guys? As soon as I'm done making that list, I don't email him yet. Because guess what happens, guys? You end up skipping over something. You end up forgetting something like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. So I make my list and I sit on it for 2 or 3 days, because the next day, almost every time, I'm like, oh, I forgot to say this. So if you send your list right away, and then the next day you remember, oh, I forgot to say this, then you're emailing him again going, oh, I forgot this, please add this into my list. And then the next day, you're emailing him again, oh, wait, or you're changing your mind about things. So make your list, get all your pictures, sit on it, wait, make changes to whatever you're gonna change, maybe even up to a week. Just be certain of what you want, because the more times that you have to change things after you've already sent the stuff to Mr. Doe, the more times you change things, I think that just gives it more potential for mistakes to be made. So get your specs list, get your pictures, sit on it for a few days, make sure you've got everything that's exactly how I want it, that's gonna be the guitar, then send an email to Mr. Doe, and of course tell him the Bald Shredder sent you, and say, here's my list of specs, and please take a look at the attached pictures. Now can you let me know what would be the price to make that guitar for me? And he's generally pretty good at getting back to people, replying to emails within 24 hours or so, not on weekends. He's not gonna answer you on Saturday and Sunday, not on holidays when, what are their holidays. So be reasonable in your, anticipated response. Now, another thing to consider, guys, is if you are ordering a guitar that has a bolt-on neck, to save a lot of money on the shipping cost, you can have them ship it to you in a smaller box with the neck off. So they will unbolt the neck, they will put it in a smaller box with the neck next to the body, and I'm serious, guys, it's literally gonna save you like $80 or $90 on shipping. And guys, one other thing, if you don't wanna place a custom order, you don't wanna go through that, you don't wanna wait, you're a little, iffy about the whole process, they have IYV production models, their regular production models, for sale on Amazon, and the prices are extremely reasonable. I'm gonna have some links down in the video description that will take you to some of the guitars that they have for sale on Amazon right now. Alright guys, now, I've said this in other videos and I'm gonna say it again here. Yes, this is a custom, spec'd out dream guitar, whatever, but remember, it is still a budget guitar. It is not a $3,000 guitar. So it is still possible, guys, that even though you've got the whole thing spec'd out, that there could be some small errors or things done wrong or not exactly as you requested. I remember on one guitar, they had a chrome string tree while the rest of the hardware was black. I've even changed the pickups on a lot of them. So just keep that in mind that, it might not be 100% exactly as you envisioned it or as you wanted, but for me, guys, I'm still completely happy with the stuff that I get from IYV. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for my new IYV custom, and then as far as all the steps that I think you should take to order your custom guitar from IYV. And once again, I'm gonna have that email for Mr. Doe down in the video description. As usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.